Welcome to Wait 1 Minute. It's E from the QC by way of the D. Once again, coming back at you with Wait 1 Minute. Today's show, we talk about the Strait. If you don't know what Strait, I'll tell you about Hormuz in a minute. We talk about the verdict. That's Meta and YouTube. And I got a motherfucking question for y'all motherfuckers, man. What's the problem? Holler back after this damn break. What's up, family? If you're enjoying the show, hit that subscribe button. It's like giving us a high five, but with your finger. Boom, all right, the Strait. Let's talk about the damn Strait. Strait of Hormuz. Now, Trump just started this war with Iran. Israel also started it with them. And so now Iran's like, all right, guess what? They got the stronghold on that. Thing is, the U.S. don't really need that. But some of the NATO folk get their oil and others get their oil through that strait, which Iran has a stronghold on. They're not letting ships come through with oil or anything else really, and they crushing them damn tankers. So Trump's saying like, well shit, y'all the motherfuckers that need the shit, we don't even need it. Absolutely makes sense. However, what he ain't saying is that he didn't say to them prior to him starting this war with Iran, hey, I'm about to start this war. These motherfuckers might just try and use this as leverage. Again, I think a competent motherfucker would have came to them and said, hey, they might use this as leverage. Matter of fact, they would already figure out how to not have that as leverage. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother fucking episode. Because here we are right now. This is where we are. We here. Where Trump asking these motherfuckers or telling them, y'all, it's y'all shit, basically. Y'all the ones need it, we don't need it. But you the one fucked it up, bruh. You fucked it up. You think they supposed to come to your aid? My NATO ain't doing their job. You obviously ain't read the book, bruh. They don't come to the aid of motherfuckers who jump on a nigga, and you jumped on them. You jumped on Iran. Iran ain't jump on you. What are you talking about? Read the book, B. Read the book. Oh. Or have somebody read it for you. Dang, dog. And really, it's all about the oil, because he got his people like hedge betting and all this, but they Khashoggi betting right now. They on that Khashoggi shit or whatever. You might condemn, but you got FanDuel bet on some oil at this point. Like, that's all he doing, really. It's all about the moolah for his pocket. He don't give a shit about the people of this country. And for those that voted him in thinking that, that's all I really can say. I don't have much to say. I'll say more when I come back, though, on a different subject. Every day, small choices shape bigger outcomes. Choosing to speak up. Choosing to check in. Choosing to look out for one another. Because prevention doesn't start with policy. It starts with people. Learn the signs. Start the conversation. And help create a safer tomorrow. Today. Managing money shouldn't feel confusing or overwhelming. With clear tools, straightforward guidance, and support that's easy to reach, you always know where you stand and what comes next. Whether you're planning for long-term goals, handling everyday expenses, or preparing for unexpected changes, confidence starts with information you can trust. Because smart financial decisions aren't about guessing, they're about having the clarity to move forward with purpose every single day. I remember I was telling y'all about this damn lawsuit against Meta and Google from the chick to say like she was addicted to the apps like Instagram and YouTube. Well, they lost. They was found negligent, and it was also found that they did not warn the users of the dangers associated with using those platforms. So basically, what the jurors ultimately decided was that they were negligent and they played a factor in causing the mental health related harms to this young woman and possibly opens the doors for other people to open these types of suits as well. Now, that's huge. It's like an accountability thing, similar to back when, like the whole big tobacco thing happened. Aside from that, like it was a different. That wasn't the only lawsuit, and there's more too. But I'm gonna talk about in New Mexico. They had one that was recently uh, litigated, to where they found the jurors found that Meta willfully violated the state of New Mexico's unfair practices. Uh, so they was ordered to pay 300. This is Meta had to pay 375 million in damages based on the violations that occurred. They allegedly in that state. Now, of course, you know both Meta and YouTube denied these claims, and they say that these people or that person for this particular case, they're saying the person was already subject to harms based on their precondition. But either way, they lost. So and they are going to appeal. So they say. But I think that this is a move forward, and it's going to help to create laws. Hopefully, if the Congress ever come back together and decide they can talk to each other, well, you know, we're able to protect not just children but all of us from these apps that kind of keep us unproductive and sometimes lead us on a path of destruction. Um, oh, I'll come back and tell y'all about the driving should feel effortless, responsive, and reliable every time you get behind the wheel. With precision handling, advanced safety technology, and thoughtful design, each feature works together to support the way you move. From busy city streets to long weekend drives, the performance stays balanced, controlled, and dependable. We put pride in every product because confidence on the road starts with a vehicle built to support every mile you travel. Yeah, so the Attorney General in Florida, a dude by the name of James Youthmeyer, something like that. I ain't heard his name. Ain't done the research, I guess, to pronounce it correctly. Uthmeyer, James, J.U. You know what they call him. I don't know. Anyway, he now is saying that the Rooney Rule, the NFL's Rooney Rule, he's saying that is illegal in his state, and he wants it done with in the state of Florida. Matter of fact, he's so serious about it. This dude sent a letter to the commissioner of the NFL, you know, Mr. Roger Goodell. Yeah, sent a letter telling me, yo, that this Rooney Rule, he said the teams need to take a look at what's going on with this. And he says that it's a blatant race and sex discrimination and that hiring decisions should only be based on merit. And they need to get rid of the Rooney Rule. He says it's illegal in his state, and also the league did answer questions saying that yeah, they know that the man is coming at them with this. They did get his letter, and they taking a look at it. Also, league has made a statement, uh, partially stating that their policies are consistent with the law and reflect our commitment to fairness, opportunity, and building the strongest possible teams, end quote. That's from the NFL. Now, um, when it comes to this Rooney Rule thing, you know, the reason the Rooney Rule is here is just to try and make sure that everyone is qualified, to get a job other than a player in the NFL, like coaching jobs, executive jobs, jobs in the executive office, assistant coach jobs, jobs that mean something, to make sure everybody has a fair shot, because y'all know the history of this country, and don't fake the funk, man. Stop playing. Trying to be nice with y'all. All right. So that's why it's in place in the first place. This thing called the Rooney Rule, so that everybody at least, and really all they saying is like you have to interview certain people. Yeah, you had to interview minority candidates. They're not saying you got to hire them. And since the rule is in place, y'all ain't really fucking hired nobody that was, not a fucking white man with a goddamn hand me down from another coach if they wasn't related or whatever. Like, come on, man, stop this bullshit. So, Stephen A. Smith was throwing out numbers. I saw him. He said the Rooney Rule was established in like '03. And since '03, right now it's 2026, that would be 23 years. In 23 years, there are 3 black head coaches in the NFL. I don't know how many it was in 2023. I'm going to guess it was fewer than 3. Maybe 2. Either way, it's not like white men jobs are being taken, according to that stat. And that's really what the Rooney Rule is there for, to make sure that it's a fair thing. So anybody complaining saying jobs is being taken by people other than white men, you wasting your fucking breath. You wasting mine, and it's starting to get a little fucking annoying. Alright? Enough I got to say about that, though. Coming back on my last one. Join the conversation. Follow us on social media for your chance to get your topic discussed on this show. Go on over to Instagram and hit us up at Wait 1 Minute Show. That's Wait 1 Minute Show. WAITONEMINUTESHOW. And on X, formerly known as Twitter. Hit us up at WAITONEMINUTE1. That's Wait 1 Minute 1. WAITONEMINUTE1. Oh, it's great to have y'all back. Great to have you back, because this is probably going to be my favorite part of the show, because I got a question, man. And it sparked from, this idea came from, I was flipping through some social media shit, and, it sparked this shit, but like, somebody was asking about, like, things that don't have nothing to do with you. Why is it such a big deal? Mainly, social issues like gay marriage and, like, let's say, LGBTQ plus issues, or abortion, for that matter, right? So let's say you are not gay. let's say you do not believe in abortions, nor would you get one. Let's say you don't even agree with gayness or LGBTQ plusness. None of that, right? You don't do none of that, and you don't even get down with none of it. So if it's not happening in your house, you're not gaying, you're not Ellen, you're not being, you're not 10, you're not plussing, you're not queuing, you're not aborting. Why would you feel a need to think it should be legislated that other people should not gay, abort, plus Q, B, T, G? Like, what's the point in that if you ain't doing it in your house and you pretty much don't be running up in their house without their permission? So you don't even know they fucking doing it, right? You don't, unless they tell you. Why you think it should be legislated then? Like that doesn't make logical sense, does it? You're all up in their fucking business for what? No, legitimate question, right? I'm just asking because I want to know. I'm not asking for a friend or none of that. No, I want to know for me, like, for me. And I'm not saying whether I'm plussing or gaying or none of that shit, because none of that matters when I'm doing me and not them, whoever the fuck them is. But if them ain't me, then what them is doing, whether it be eating food that I'm allergic to, going places I don't like, or religioning in things that I don't religion in, right? What does that got to do with me? And what does that got to do with you? That's my fucking question.